This movie will illustrate how you can use the project spell check tools to find spelling errors in your conceptual or reference content in your Document X 2010 project. So the first thing I'm going to do is plant a couple of spelling errors within my content so we can see how spelling errors are highlighted by the project spell check tool. So I'm going to open the first topic, conceptual topic in my project here, and I'm just going to plant a deliberate spelling mistake here. And I'm going to plant that same spelling mistake in the content file, which is the place where I store my reference content. So within the namespace summary, I'm just going to make it slightly different spelling as well. So I'll close off the content file and the topic. You can find the project spell check tool on the Tools tab on the ribbon. And there we have it there, the project spell check tool, and I'm going to click that to open it up. Now you get a bunch of different options for where you want to search for spelling errors, so I'm just going to go with the default of all of these particular areas, but if there were specific areas you were looking to search in, for example just content files, you could tick just that particular item. So it's going to go away and spell check for me. So the spell check has picked out RSS, the three-letter acronym, as a spelling error, as you may or may not expect it to do, but we can just go ahead and ignore RSS, and as we've gone ahead and ignored that RSS acronym, it's ticked that off in each of the items where that was an issue. So we're left with what have we got here? Wikipedia. Quite happy to ignore that one as well. We've got a couple of spelling issues there in these two topics. So now I'm going to double click on these items and it's going to open them up for us to review individually. Okay, so the first issue it's found is this deliberate spelling mistake with mistake. So I'm just going to change that to mistake. It's going to trot on to the next item, which is metadata, and I'm going to ignore that. That's quite fine. I'm quite happy with that. And then we have mistake that is a little bit obscure for it to pick up as a automatic change. So I'm going to change that too. And then UI, the acronym, I'm going to ignore that one too. And there we are, we got to the end of the spell check process. Several of the items I completed directly within the list here, and the other items I've edited to correct, so this list is now complete. Now if I go ahead and execute the spell check again, and I can see that there's no longer any spelling errors found in that project, so spelling issues are now resolved. So that concludes this short video on how to use the project spell check tool.